That's our conclusion. Mick Schumacher is no better than Lance Stroll.
Hang on, whoa. That is...
Shut up and sit down.
Hello and welcome to Crash Helmet Formula 1. It's been an interesting week in the news, gentlemen, hasn't it?
Has it?
It has. We've got the Giovinazzi coming back.
Or as David Croft says, Giovinazzi.
Who says?
David Croft calls him Giovinazzi.
Alright.
Apparently Crofty won't be saying much for much longer. The rumours out that Crofty is being sacked and being replaced with Mark Webber, according to some rival podcasts, which I will not endorse.
Yeah, those boring fucks over it.
It definitely wasn't the inside F1 word or something like that. Definitely.
No, we're keeping it clean here. So you can listen in the background with kids.
I must say though, right, it's
Fuck that.
Is right. Okay, so what about David Croft?
Be warned, there will be regular cursing on the show. Yeah.
So what about David Croft?
Yeah,
why is he being sacked?
More to the question, why is Mark Webber replacing him?
I think Mark Webber does really well on Channel 4. And since Channel 4 are not going to be with us in 2019, maybe he wants to continue doing some punditry, and Sky seems like a good option. I think Crofty's been doing it for about 14 years now. I'm assuming he's going to move on to bigger and better things somewhere else, which probably means he's just getting sacked and he doesn't know what he's going to do.
I have to ask the question of why is Alex Jakes not getting the opportunity to commentate on the Formula 1? Because his commentary of GP3 and Formula 2 is fantastic.
His commentary is fantastic, but his voice is too annoying for Formula 1.
As opposed to fucking Crofty.
Crofty's a great voice.
Crofty has a nice monotone voice.
You associate his lights out and away we go with Formula 1 now. You associate that with it. Whereas Fuckface, who does GP3 and Formula 2, well, not Fuckface, he's a nice guy apparently, his voice isn't good. It's not good.
The mad Italian guy.
Oh no, I love Davide Valsecchi.
Oh no, I can't have him at all.
Are a fantastic pair of guys to have in the fucking commentary with.
No, they're not, because Davide Valsecchi can't speak English.
Exactly. You don't want to be listening to anybody during the fucking Formula 1.
Have you heard his commentary?
Sky. Yeah, he's great. The dickheads in Sky are just there fucking like the whole time. Lewis Hamilton. I'm a Brit.
Yeah.
It's fucking useless. Like, I want to hear the fucking cars. I can see what's fucking happening. You don't need to tell me they're coming down into turn 4. Yeah, I can fucking see turn 4, mate. It's on the screen. That's the most useless commentary I've ever fucking heard.
As opposed to Davide Valsecchi saying, "Did you saw him? Did you saw him?" every 4 seconds.
Yeah, because it's fucking hilarious. At least
I don't like how Sky have dumbed down their commentary. They're just appealing to the first time viewers and whatnot, over explaining every aspect of the sport. Look, it is a necessity in the early races, but no, it's not in depth enough. That's why people like Ted are vital.
News, Justin. I saw a spider outside my window jump and catch a wasp. Fucking legend.
A wasp.
A wasp, yeah.
But Josh, the problem is here. You're an anorak, and you're like, oh, I don't care about the basic rules of Formula 1. I only want to know about how much displacement to get per litre.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not even going to go into how stupid what you just said was.
I don't know. I just pulled big words together related to engines. I don't know if they make any sense.
So I'm glad we stayed on the Giovinazzi topic for more than 5 seconds.
Let's talk about Giovinazzi. David Croft.
Question time, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the last Italian in Formula 1 to score points?
Oh, is it going to be your man, Jarno Trulli?
It's not, actually.
Okay, so for Antonio Giovinazzi.
It is Antonio Giovinazzi with Force India in 2010, but he was outscored by Sutil, who I think got double.
Who is not Italian.
More than double the points. Exactly. So is this Giovinazzi move, is this more about getting an Italian driver back into Formula 1 since it's been 8 years since an Italian has scored points? Or has he got the talent? Does he deserve the seat just out of merit?
You could argue that in Formula 2 he ran Gasly to the wire for the championship as his teammate.
and Van Dorn won Formula 2. He doesn't deserve an F1 seat. So
on his
Yeah, but
second
Sorokin
year.
was his teammate.
On his second year.
Yeah.
If you win Formula 2 on your debut season, or come in the top 2 in your debut season, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be the real deal. Like, look at Leclerc, he fucking dominated in his first season. Look at Russell, he's dominating it this season.
Russell hasn't proved himself in F1 yet, so just
He will.
But neither is Lando Norris, and he's got a fucking seat.
yeah, exactly.
I
So
don't like Lando.
So apart from Leclerc, where is your other proof of debut
Lewis Hamilton
in F? Okay, so
Nico
that's that.
Hülkenberg.
How long? When did?
No.
Yeah, like Hamilton should. What year did he
Nico
come in
Rosberg.
Formula 1? 2007.
Yeah, Nico Rosberg.
Does he or does he not have a world championship? And he beat
does.
Hamilton as his teammate.
He did.
He did.
So,
Fair play to him.
like, we're going to look back in years to come, and we're going to actually appreciate how good Nico Rosberg was.
In comparison to Valtteri Bottas, who's spineless.
I think Nico Rosberg has achieved more with his YouTube channel as he ever did in his Formula 1 career.
Well, that's diversifying his portfolio, you know. So fair
So
fucks to him.
so maybe Nico should be replacing Crofty.
I'd
That
be
would
up
actually
for
be
that.
very good.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that.
So do I.
But you know who'd be even better? Jenson Button.
Who?
Oh, I do love Jensen.
Jenson Button does the commentary at Silverstone, doesn't he? And he's very good at it.
Oh, he's very good.
Is he controversial enough though? Like I think
No.
Nico can be controversial. He'll say anything.
No, but if you want someone who'll say anything, then we just get Mark Webber. Like we are getting.
True. I like Webber.
Yeah, let's have Webber. That's it.
Let's
You
have
like Webber.
Webber,
You just said he was a
Nico,
racist
and Eddie
last
Jordan.
episode.
Lads, can we admire how we tried to talk about Giovinazzi twice and we're back talking about commentary?
But it's because Giovinazzi is such a boring fuck. We do not want him in Formula 1.
Well, I'm looking forward to him going for a wee spin in Singapore. Oh, sorry, in Malaysia.
His race in
Yeah,
Australia was unbelievably good. Well, it wasn't
China and
unbelievably good. It was
Malaysia,
good.
less so.
No, China and Malaysia were very bad.
Well, his
Yeah.
race in Australia in last year.
No,
Two-
the year
yeah,
before.
last year, 2017.
Was last year.
Yeah.
And,
the grid
do you know
last
where do you know where he finished that in Australia?
In the car.
He finished 12th out of 13 cars, beating Stoffel Van Dorn, which is not an achievement.
But Van Doren was in a fair enough. But the Sauber Sauber last year was terrible. Sauber last year was the
He
worst
finished
car.
12th in a 13-car race, beating Van Dorn, who, again, as I say, it's not an achievement. So he has achieved nothing, improved nothing in Formula 1.
But he brought it home.
Oh, well
but
done.
like, he spun it in the same place 2 days in a row in China.
Yeah, that was tragic. On the same wet patch.
Yeah. Like, learned nothing from his mistakes. It's amazing though when you consider that's the difference in winning GP2 and coming second in GP2 is a case of Gasly is now going to factory Honda in effect, and Giovinazzi's just got in the door at Sauber, like the third tier Ferrari team.
Are Haas a Ferrari team? Like, I know the Ferrari engines, but they're not really like Sauber are like now a full out Ferrari junior team. But I'm not
Ferrari
sure Haas-
junior team with Kimi Raikkonen.
He's just there to improve the team and get them on track
It's not.
again.
I think Kimi at Sauber has very little to do with Ferrari. That was Kim. I think Kimi negotiated that deal all by himself. It's historic. It brings more coverage to the team
Glitz
that has been
and glamour.
that have. Yeah, exactly. Glitz, glamour, sell a bit of merchandise. Like, let's be honest. If you witnessed Sauber's website or Facebook page before Alfa Romeo, it was a tragedy. It was
Swiss.
diabolical. There was nothing there. They had as much as they hadn't even a T-shirt and a hat for sale. Kimi moves merch. Kimi's a good driver.
They couldn't afford hats and t-shirts last year was the issue.
I want a Leclerc t-shirt.
So do I.
Sauber have some very nice merch this season. The t-shirts are
They have
lovely.
some very nice merch for their team. They're not selling it.
Oh no, they were selling it at the races. I saw them selling it at Silverstone when I was there this year.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it was a bit expensive. Like I couldn't justify buying it.
So would you rather a Leclerc t-shirt from Sauber or Ferrari, Evan?
Sauber.
Why?
Because I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. I don't want to have to buy a Ferrari merch and fund my rivals. I'll buy Sauber, fine. I'm not making any sense.
Next.
What do you want to talk about next? What was next in the list? I fucking lost the list.
I sent in 3 qualifying changes. We now have 4 queues.
Q4 shit. Another queue.
And I've heard, I haven't actually checked up on this because I've been busy today, but apparently Q4 is
You're
only
a
going to be...
school teacher, you're not busy.
Yeah.
Go on.
The current qualifying format is perfectly fine and should not be messed with.
Yes.
It's the best format.
They've messed with it before and failed. It is perfectly fine. I enjoy my Saturday. It's more exciting than the race more often or not. Leave it alone.
There was one minor change I would propose that would improve the spectacle for the people who go for the whole weekend. And it's similar to what MotoGP would do in that if you're in the top, say, 10, you automatically go through to like a second part of qualifying, and then the other fellas have to compete to get into like the Q2, if you get me.
So what you're suggesting in Q1,
you average the time. No. So for free practice 1, 2, and 3, right? You average out your 3 fastest times, and then from that you say take 5 and put them into Q2 automatically, and then the rest of the 15 have to compete against one another in Q1.
Oh, that's too complicated.
That doesn't add anything.
It
doesn't add anything to the spectacle.
It forces drivers to do fast laps in free practice 1, 2, and 3.
No, practice should be allowed to let them do whatever the fuck they want. Let them.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. It's shit because nobody watches free practice on television, and very few people watch it at the track.
I do
because it's shit.
Because the teams are busy doing their own thing. Let them set up the cars. Let them do what they got to do.
Let's get rid of practice.
Yes. Let's bring in the race practice the morning off the Grand Prix, like in South Africa in the 70s when our good friend Pier Carlo Genzani binned it with a full load of fuel, bursting up in flames, causing third-degree burns, and basically set him so much alight that he scored his first ever points in the following Grand Prix in Dallas.
Josh, I looked at the comments on YouTube recently, and
apparently I'm pronouncing his name wrong.
Yeah, someone said we have the record for pronouncing his name incorrectly.
I don't think anyone's ever mentioned Pier Carlo Genzani's
Peter
name
Charles
as much as we ever have.
Peter Charles.
I think Charles, I even said during the thing is like I think it's like Genzani is the proper way of saying it.
There's a G there. It's Genzani. That's it.
So hold on. So it's Antonio Giovinazzi. So what do we think? So what I was reading about Q4, well, this is what I got from my brief skim through it, is that Q4 is basically just going to be the top 2 drivers.
No, it's top 8.
Oh,
so Q1 Q2 now only Q3 now would only eliminate 2 drivers, and then it's like a top 8 shootout.
Williams.
So I think basically what it is that what Formula 1 is projecting that it's going to be the 4 factory teams effectively battling it out in the last qualifying, supposedly.
I don't like explaining to someone, so we lose 5 now, we lose 5 next, we lose 2 and then we have 8.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
No, it's fine the way it is, leave it alone.
5, 5 and 10, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, in my opinion. So qualifying, done. What's next on the agenda? Russia.
There's something. Russia, that's just going to be... I'm not even going to watch that race, to be honest.
So, have you heard that Mercedes have a 100-year winning streak in Russia?
Yeah.
Yes, because I shared it to the group, Josh.
Well, the fucking any cunt that's listening to this across the world isn't a member of your mini closed Facebook group, all right?
Well, they can join Finton's F1 corner. Give it a thumbs up.
If you want to join us in Finton's F1 corner for some F1 banter and some shared posts robbed from other pages.
You get to talk one-on-one with the team.
Shout out to TKF1 as well, the Finnish dude.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
his
I haven't
name.
forgot- Yeah.
Oh yeah, shout out to anyone who commented. Fair play to you lads. Love yous
Yeah.
all.
Lads, news just in.
Go on.
Marcus Ericsson becomes Sauber's third driver.
And brand ambassador.
Is he?
Yeah. It's basically the polite way of saying Ferrari are now paying him to not drive the car.
Oh, and news just in.
Gio, go on.
David Croft to remain part of Sky's F1 team in 2019.
Well, I just kind of fucked the first half of the show.
It's
Where's
Why
Dave.
did you
Webber
mention
going?
that? You shouldn't have mentioned that.
It's fine. Where's Weber going? I don't
Yeah.
know.
He's probably coming in as well.
So
They're gonna probably do the stupid thing that Top Gear did whenever Clarkson, Hammond, and May left, and they just had like 8 presenters with 5 minutes of each of them, and it just didn't work.
and both will feature Eddie Jordan. So
Actually, I think we're missing the elephant in the single seater here. Fucking young Schumi.
oh,
Yeah.
He's been in fighting form as of late.
how many races has he won this summer? Like 9 or something?
He's won like 6 of the last 9 or something like that.
It's ridiculous. He's
Yeah.
absolutely tearing it up. But Dan Ticktum is suspicious.
He is. He says they're fixing it for him.
That's what he says.
Yeah, but Dan Ticktum also steered into some poor young fella for no reason the last weekend as well.
And 3 years ago, Dan Ticktum. Josh, have you heard this story about Dan Ticktum?
Yeah, I think you showed me the video of it. Was this when he waited for some driver to come back around so he could hit him?
No, worse. He overtook 8 cars behind the safety car to hit the guy that was
Yes.
running second place.
Was that who that was?
That
I
was
remember
Dan
at the
Ticktum.
time.
Yeah,
That lad's a nut job.
oh yeah, he's brilliant. I love him.
He's like-
Yeah, he's
He's like a
excellent.
better Maldonado.
Yeah, but like,
Yes.
yeah, but he like Dan Ticktum's actually good.
Yeah.
But what was
Well,
the penalty
hold on.
for
Can I
for
stop
such
there
a
a
thing?
second? You infer that Pastor Maldonado was not good.
But the pass man was brilliant.
I
Sometimes
can't-
He's more race ones than like fucking most of the grid that's there at the minute.
than Nico Hulkenberg.
So I'm looking forward to the young junior Maldonado coming through, the young Schumacher, and Mr. Ticktum. So if they can all make it to F1, that'd be great.
Hold on, let's just rephrase what Josh said. He's looking forward to the young Maldonado, young Schumacher,
Maldonado's-
and young Ticktum. Oh, there is
Yeah.
another Maldonado.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were referring to Ticktum twice.
That's how mad he is.
Did you see him though at the weekend after he crashed and he was laughing trackside with the
Yeah.
guy he just crashed into?
No, he didn't crash into him.
Oh, crashed into the other guy.
He crashed into the guy in the yellow car, and then the fucking lad in the Force India car had to like get out of the way, and then ended up binning it in the wall.
But like he pretty much just threw away his championship hopes there, and he was laughing.
Yeah.
I like that mentality.
Did
I
you
don't
see
know,
Billy?
like-
Did you see Billy Monger get pole in the British F3, and was it Donington or? You know what? I'm sitting here looking at a picture of Giovinazzi in a Alfa Romeo top, and Jesus, he's a handsome fella.
He's a good-looking chap.
He is a good-looking chap.
Sure, he's Italian.
he-
They're all good looking.
I would love to be Italian. So, is this the longest period we've been in Formula One without a point-scoring Italian in a car?
Actually, that's
Fuck knows, Josh.
that's so
like, you know,
such an obscure comment.
random question.
But
is
like
that?
seriously, like is this? I think he's genuinely there. Just he's being brought in because we need an Italian driver.
Okay, let's go back through it then. Fisichella, Trulli, Luzzi.
Look at Badawar.
Oh God.
Oh, Luca Badoer is fantastic. Do you remember how
Next
bad
level.
he was at Valencia? When
Oh
he
Jesus, yeah.
when he was lapped twice, was it or something?
Something like that, yeah.
He was lapped by his team. His teammate won the race, and he was lapped, I think. And then
That
he
was
cracked.
back when Massa was good though.
Yeah. No. He replaced Massa.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
And then back when Massa was good. Massa was currently in a hospital bed recovering from fucking brain injuries.
Yeah, which like look at you. I barely know what happened last week in the F1. Never mind what the fuck happened 10 years ago.
But yet we have the content to talk about it for an hour.
Yeah, why not? But you're like, look, we're only 22 minutes in. It's going to be a short episode, if I'm honest.
So Lando's doing practice with McLaren.
He is.
He is, yeah. Or testing, rather. But you're like, he was always going to get the seat born fuck.
I just don't like him. I just can't warm to him. He just seems really pretentious.
He is. He's an awful prick. Kind of like Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, but like, I don't get the same flair from Lando Norris that I got from Lewis Hamilton as a driver.
Yeah, because Lewis Hamilton won races. That's the difference.
Yeah, what did Hamilton win? Like 6 races in F2 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Norris hasn't won a race in F2 since the opening round.
Yeah. He won the first race of the season and that was it.
Yeah, I think he's only had a handful of podiums.
Yeah, and like at the end of last season as well, when he raced a few races with Carden, he was absolutely shit.
Oh, he shot the bed coming towards the end of the season in Formula 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He's
don't.
just desperate.
He is good,
But
he's just...
What do you think of the junior programs all in all? Because I see Nico Rosberg was giving out about them earlier today.
Nico Rosberg's actually kind of like... He's kind of investing a bit in junior programs because he has his own karting team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's much lower down.
Yeah, it's
like,
much lower down, yeah.
He's kind of saying, like, I think more so if you had, like, Toro Rosso and the way Alfa Romeo was there now for Ferrari and whatnot. Like, it was fairly telling when Toto said it didn't make any commercial sense for them to buy Ocon a seat.
Yeah, that's poor. But like,
I think it looks like Mercedes is setting the trend that they're not willing to invest in the future, because are they going to have a future in the sport full stop?
It's a very good question, like, considering that they're going into Formula E.
Like, if Mercedes were looking at longevity in Formula 1, they should be looking at buying out Williams as a B team. It's not even on the table. It's not even. They don't care. They're not investing in young drivers. It seems all very limited, just to go year on year on year. They're just living very short term.
Toto Wolff said that Russell's situation for next year is much better than Ocon's. So,
yeah, but that's because he hasn't been in there. So like, it's a case of they can squeeze him in some road. And
yeah,
not
like
expect.
Yeah. Like, so like, if like if Ocon goes anywhere next year, it's obviously, apart from F1, it's obviously a down step. Whereas like, they could send Russell to Super Formula or something for a year, or DTM usually.
Well, no, they've pulled out of DTM at the end of the season.
Oh, they have, yeah.
Yeah, so like, they've released all their drivers.
I reckon they're going to get Russell into the Williams.
If they do, though, is the Williams going to have any money? Because Williams had to pay $2 million to Valtteri Bottas this week due in like undue paid. Jesus, what am I saying? Unpaid wages.
What, they hadn't paid him?
They hadn't paid Bottas $2 million, and they had to fork out $2 million to basically clear his debt, or clear their debt to him.
Typical fucking Bottas, isn't it? Spineless, Josh, taking money from people who are on their knees.
Right, moving on.
Fuck.
3-car teams. Is this a better option than
No.
the way we work B teams?
3-car teams is unnatural. It's disgusting. It's wrong. Keep that shit
immoral.
to American race series. It's not fucking Europe.
You're fucking like, there's NASCAR teams with like 5 cars.
Yeah, exactly. Keep that shit to NASCAR.
What's wrong with 3-car teams? It's a good economical choice to have more race contenders at the front.
No, because then if we go into an era of dominance, we're going to have like podiums where it's just one team on the podium all the time.
Well,
kind of like Prima and F3.
Yeah, Prima and F3, yeah, or ART.
It would be nice. It would be nice to see 3 quality drivers fighting it out than fucking Hamilton and Bottas. You know, like.
But it's going to be like Hamilton, Bottas, and then fucking Marcus Ericsson to pay for the 3rd car to be on the grid. That's how it's fucking going to go, like.
At the minute I rate Ericsson higher than Bottas.
What?
For what he's driving, I probably would as well, to be honest.
Ericsson drives the dog out of anything, but fucking at the moment Bottas wouldn't pull a grease string out of a dog's arse.
What? Grease
Evan,
free?
you weren't supposed to agree with us on this.
No, you're supposed to like.
Funnily
provide
enough, we're actually
controversy.
agreeing on everything tonight. We disagree on everything. This is really weird.
Well,
Okay,
no, I
Lance
disagree.
Stroll.
I think 3-car teams is a good idea.
No, it's stupid.
Lance Stroll remarked that he doesn't believe he has yet reached his potential in F1.
I know,
You
I
agree?
saw that.
Lance Stroll
Do
has
you-
potential.
He has a podium in Baku.
He does. Was he the last driver to get a podium for Williams? Well, yeah,
Yes.
he had to,
Yes.
He's still
Yes.
a fucking driver.
He is, yeah.
There's also talk of SMP pulling funding from Sirotkin at the end of the season as well and giving it to Kvyat if he gets the Toro Rosso drive.
Oh, so like that means Williams, like we could potentially lose Williams.
We could potentially buy Williams. That's how fucked they are. Like,
Can we offer them £1?
no, that's a pound too many.
We'll take it off your hands. I will field Josh and Finton in the seats. I'll do management.
Yeah, and we have to change their flag to tricolour.
Finton's not a good driver, and I think I exceed the weight limits.
I exceed the weight
I'm
limits too.
probably height limits as well. Who's the
Russell's-
tallest driver in F1?
Ocon's like 6'2".
Ocon's
Ocon?
6'2". Yeah.
Oh
Ocon-
fuck, right.
You don't
but he's a
exceed the
swingy
height
pitch,
limits.
like.
Yeah, but like Ocon probably weighs about half what I weigh.
Yeah, but you're a fat bastard.
Well, no, he's lost a kilo this week. Leave him alone.
Yeah, I've been losing a kilo every week for many weeks now at this stage.
At least
Right.
2.
No, I think I'm pushing 7 now.
Is that like
Wow.
since you've moved away from fucking remix pizza?
Yeah, genuinely. Genuinely.
Yeah, no, I think Stroll has peaked and is currently on the way down. Like, and saying that though, he does have, like, to an extent, he does have a pedigree. Like, he has won in junior series.
Where is Stroll going to be? Is Stroll going to be in the Racing Point seat with Perez next year? Is that
Yes.
Yes.
That seems to be
Guaranteed.
the done deal.
100%.
right? And how? So
If not before then.
how much will Perez embarrass him? Will it be as dominant as Alonso and Van Dorn this year?
Well, see, the thing is, I think they'll give Stroll first driver status, and then he'll get all the fucking parts.
They'll have to do that at least to give him a handicap because he'll need it.
to give him a handicap.
Are you suggesting that he already has one, Evan?
Yeah, his dad's money. Well, no,
Yeah. Well, then again, the richest man in the world is back in fucking Qatar. Slim.
20 million.
Yeah, for anybody that follows the show, that's probably the most controversial thing that's been said tonight. Jesus,
But
Josh,
like,
let's get rid of
if
fucking
anything,
hashtag.
his money actually is a hindrance because the chap did win the Formula 3 championship in his second attempt at that, which is what Baby Shumi's about to do in his second attempt. So are we just kind of bigging up Schumacher too much? Is he not just like a jumped up Lance Stroll with a better surname? That's our conclusion. Mick Schumacher is no better than Lance Stroll.
Hang on, whoa. That is your opinion, Evan Kearns. That is not the opinion of the group. You can quote yourself saying that. I think Mick Schumacher is going to do fantastic. He'll have to go to F2 first, but he'll do well.
Oh no, I think
Who
he'll
did
do.
Lance Stroll drive for in Formula 3? Did he drive for Prima?
I think he drove for he drove for Prima, and he then blocked Russell from joining Prima, and then basically the other drivers at Prima had to act as backup drivers to him. So like they were applying Formula 1 tactics in Formula 3. That's
Right.
how much Lance Stroll's money had an effect in Formula 3.
But okay, if that's the case, then Schumacher's just basically going out there and saying fuck it and just baiting them anyway. Because like Schumacher wasn't even their Schumacher's like their number 3 driver coming into this season.
Who else do they
Like,
have?
They had Armstrong was their number 1 driver, and then the Chinese lad, he was their number 2.
That sounds so bizarre saying third driver and Schumacher in the same sentence.
Ralph Schumacher was third driver.
Without
in
Ralph.
2019.
What'd you say, Josh?
I was saying minus the word Ralph.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I always love the way the fact that their father's called Ralph as well. They just must be sitting there thinking, fuck it, I called the wrong one Ralph.
He could have won a race only for Eddie Jordan.
Oh
Ralph
yeah.
won a race. Ralph
What?
has a few race wins. Ralph had race wins.
Yeah, Ralph did have race wins. He could have had one more. Ralph won races with Williams.
Yeah.
And he nearly won one with Jordan in 99, 98.
Well, it's
99,
questionable whether or not he would have won it, but he was coming
98.
up behind. He was coming up behind Damon Hill in Spa in '98 when Team Orders was introduced to ensure a 1-2 for Jordan.
That
Yeah,
was
but Damon Hill called the team orders, which was
Of course he did.
fucking
Fair
smart
play to
move,
him.
like.
You
Yeah.
don't ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. That's the lesson of the day, guys. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Sometimes
Fucking
you
life
don't.
lessons there,
Sometimes
Josh.
people don't even ask.
Who do you think's going to
We
win?
haven't even started on the Russian Grand Prix.
I'm going to say it now. Lewis Hamilton
Hamilton
will not get pole position.
You might be correct.
I'm going to stand by my bet from last week. I think Valtteri Bottas is going to dominate the weekend.
You just basically tore into him last week, saying you wanted to see
he's
his sperm count.
spineless, fucking low sperm count. Like,
I think
boring
mysterious
cunt. But
circumstances.
I think Russia suits him. He's due a performance.
Is he?
In a strange set of circumstances, I think Sergei Sirotkin's going to win the race.
How?
Do you want to explain how that's going to pan out?
Basically, there's going to be some fella with sunglasses sniping out the lads from across the racetrack.
Evan, is your mother in the room?
I'm not in Leash. I'm in Cork.
That doesn't answer the question.
Lads, can I just make one statement?
Oh,
Thank
Jesus.
fuck we've a race this weekend, because we've nothing to talk about without a race.
We can't
Yeah,
even
we should have-
we can't post this shit.
Yes, we can. We'll just.
Oh, by the way, lads, I'm moving to London tomorrow. Booked my flights an hour ago.
Why are you moving to London?
Why not? It's a fine city.
Finton doesn't like England.
So if any Crash Helmet F1 fans live in the south of London region, hit me up. We'll go for a pint.
I don't think any British fan listens to this show at all.
I don't think anybody listens to it.
Oh, we've
No,
a
we got-
few.
We've got
we
like,
have
the
a
Finnish
few.
dudes.
Yeah, and
Well, there's nobody listening at this point. How far are we?
We've
39 minutes.
We've some fella called Rusty.
Rusty Trombone.
Yes. Right, I'm just going to round up on my predictions for Russia.
Hang on. I want to hear how Sergei Sirotkin is going to win this race.
Yes, that's it.
I was saying,
I'd
there's
love
lad,
to.
right? Gonna be some fucker down the scope of a barrel just going pew pew like down the fucking main straight, taking cunts out of it. And there's only gonna be him and Stroll finish the race, and Stroll will come third.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way a certain
Bernd Mailander comes second.
Do you know a certain sexual orientation is forbidden in Russia?
Is it forbidden?
Yes,
Well, yeah, it's illegal.
it's illegal.
Oh, right, I didn't realise that.
Do you think they're
Have you-
suspicious
have
of
you-
a certain
have you-
Well,
driver?
no, I think
Hang on,
all the
hang on.
orientations other than straight is forbidden in Russia.
Okay,
Finton,
so
Finton, have you never seen this show called The News?
No. I have not seen the news. Bitch, I am the news.
yeah, homosexuality in Russia is very frowned upon.
So is that
Yes,
like what
but
the whole
but
pussy
Formula
riot
One
we're
does
giving out
not
about?
get into politics. You know, apparently.
Well, of course not. You look at Bahrain. There's a fucking riot going on in the start of the race.
Yeah.
Next. So yeah, Sirotkin winning the race.
That's our prediction. Sorokin wins the race.
That's Finton's
Yeah.
prediction.
Right.
No, but in all seriousness, though, right? Who for pole?
Vettel.
Bottas.
I say Raikkonen.
Bottas.
Yeah, I believe Bottas is going to dominate the weekend.
Bottas gets
Why
out
not?
Q1. I'll be impressed at this stage. He's been fucking desperate.
Get out. He's at Oktoberfest at the minute. There was a photo went online there in a fancy get-up. He was looking well. He was looking well, really well, yeah.
Yeah,
Might get the right
he's
tonight.
just preparing. He might get the ride, might. He's just preparing for his dominating
For retirement.
weekend. For retirement. Yeah. Right, so we finish up on that.
Who's your winner, Evan? Who's your winner?
Vettel.
Why?
God, no.
Do you not think Vettel's
Vettel's
going to?
shat the bed.
You think so?
Yeah. He's fucked it.
He fucked it 2 races ago. He fucked it in Germany, really.
Well, Ferrari fucked it in Italy. Or in Germany, he fucked it in Italy.
Well, he's the one who crashed in Germany.
Yeah, but they didn't let him go ahead of Raikkonen, and then it was kind of like, oh shit, lad, Lewis is like fucking closed 5 seconds, and then you hear you better get going.
Yeah, that was a stupid strategy call, but
Yeah.
Also, one other thing: anyone who's doing Fantasy GP, Red Bull have penalties coming into Russia due to they're upgrading their B spec engine. In some way.
Downgrading their C spec to their B spec.
Yeah, well, the C spec was fucking atrocious altogether. Whatever kind of game Renault was playing with that. Oh, we're not going to use it, but we'll give it to you guys. Go on, best luck with it.
Daniel Ricciardo said it should promise.
Yeah, he says it's got great power, but just like no reliability.
Of course, Daniel's going to say whatever the fuck boosts Renault his PR with Renault.
So who's going to be number 1 driver at Renault? Is it going to be him or is it going to be Hulk?
It has to be Daniel.
Yeah, it has to be Daniel.
Yeah.
100% Daniel.
Jeez, it'd be fair funny if he gets a podium in the first race and Hulkenberg finishes 4th.
if Ricciardo wins the championship and Hulkenberg doesn't get a podium.
I reckon, right? I forget now completely what I was going to say. Oh yes, it's the first eliminator race of the Crash Helmet F1 League. Who do you reckon is going to be the driver eliminated?
Ricciardo.
I was going to say I think it's going to be Danny Rick.
The top 6
Top
left.
8.
Oh, top 8.
Oh, sorry,
no.
top 6. Sorry, top 6.
Top 6.
How many races left?
6.
6. Okay,
Top 7.
Top 7. Yeah.
I reckon.
So out of the top 7 drivers or what? What's the question? I wasn't listening. Boring.
So you know the way I was saying that like the F1 season should finish similar to NASCAR.
Yes. So who are we talking about? Just the top 6. Who's going to be eliminated?
Top 7. Who's going to be eliminated?
Well, who's 7th? 7th is Alonso, isn't it?
Is it? No.
I think it's Hulk.
Yeah, I think it's Hulk.
Oh, it's Hulk. Sorry, by like 2 points.
Yeah, it's Hulkenberg by 3 points over Alonso. Yeah, I think Hulk's going to get eliminated.
But that's based on every driver finishing the race that's in the top 6 and finishing ahead of Hulk.
Yeah, I still think I think top 6 will all finish.
No,
Yeah.
Danny Rick will have an engine failure of some description.
I think. Well, see, like both the Red Bulls are starting from the back as well, so they get fucking if they get tied up in traffic, it's a hard place to overtake.
Max will get by.
Daniel will get
Or
by
into the
too.
wall.
They'll I don't know, go long and just overtake everyone in the pit stop.
No biggie.
No biggie.
So, like, I think we've all come to the conclusion that Hamilton's probably going to win the championship.
Came to that conclusion.
Has he not already been
long
awarded
ago.
the championship?
No, but who's going to actually win the run-in, Finton's run-in, the Crash Helmet F1 run-in? Who's going to win it in the NASCAR style?
Kimi Raikkonen.
You think Raikkonen's going to win in Abu Dhabi?
Yep.
I'd actually...
Well, no. Raikkonen doesn't have to win Abu Dhabi. Raikkonen could finish 19th in Abu Dhabi, so long as the driver he's to beat finishes 20th.
Okay, I'm going to say Raikkonen wins Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Raikkonen's going to be world
it-
champion without winning a race.
Yeah. Potentially, yeah.
What say you, Josh?
Yeah, go with that.
I say we finish.
Hey!
Yeah,
That's
hey.
a shit pun, man.
Yeah.
Right, sound.
Alright.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Thank
If
you.
you've been insulted, please send us a comment our way saying why you're insulted, and we'll aim to ignore it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Adios.